What is up, YouTube? That's here today. I'm back playing some more Pokemon VGC Reg I Wi-Fi battles. Today we're busting out a super cool team that I actually came across on accident. This team just randomly happened to be in my boxes in this order. All I had to do is just add a couple items, maybe change a couple move sets, and it was like ready to go for battles. Like, I kind of just like to keep my boxes in like random order. I tend to take most of my restricteds and put them at the end of the boxes, but there's not really like an order. And so when I saw this team just have two restricteds, like, you know, good speed control, damage mitigation from Intimidate, screens, healing, speed control, tail room, like, I was all over this team. I thought this team was actually really cool. It's going to be Urshi Dark. So yeah, I think this is actually like a really, really cool team. It features like Tailwind Recover, Ground Terra, EQ Ho-oh to better deal with like Miraidons and stuff like that. Features a Sash Urshi Dark. Features like Landorus. I think Landorus is still a really, really good mon. It's great in Miraidon. It pins Urshi Waters. Although Scarf Urshi Waters people are using, this guy pins those right off the rip. Just go for that big Terra Blast on turn 1 and done with those guys unless they want to waste their Terra as well. And then if you Terra, this EV spread that we have on this guy is actually going to allow us to always eat those Surging Strikes, even if they double dip Water Terra. Pretty good EV spread. We have the Grimmsnarl over here, standard Grimmsnarl in my opinion. I like the fake out tech for this team to give ourselves a little bit more breathing room to better set things like Tailwind or Trick Room. Palkia, very, very standard, nothing too spectacular to write home about. We have Telepathy because we have a lot of EQ users. And then we have like the eject button Sinistcha that I actually used in the last Grand Challenge. So pretty cool team. I think this is hopefully going to get a decent amount of wins. I think this team looks really, really cool. Taking with these EVs really quick as well. You see our Ho-oh is like super bulky. Like we're super bulky, but you don't even have like Adamant Nature. We're just actually just here for the vibes and setting like Recover Tailwinds, fishing for Generator procs. Urshifu standard, Adamant, Landorus, like I said, this EV spread lets you live that Water Terra Surging Strikes very well if you flip on the Flying Terra. Grimm's going to be very, very bulky on the Spadef side as well. Palkia, again, another very bulky mom. We're able to OHKO and Sim with this Hydro with this EV spread, most common in Sin sets that are rocking either Goggles or Rocky Helmet. And then the Sinistcha set, this lets us actually OHKO things like Blood Moon or standard Ursalunas or things like Unalas after they've taken like Chip on their Shadow Shield. So I think this is actually a really, really cool team, and you know, hopefully we get some wins with it. I just want to say before we get into the games, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone that's actually been dropping the subs recently. I've been asking for more people to drop the sub if you've been watching the content, and we've actually been getting more people. We got to 45K. I want to say thank you guys so much. We're going to be going to NAIC a little bit later on this month, and so I think what I'm actually going to have to do for this next week or so is slow down the VGC content just a little bit to every other day uploads. I think I've probably already done that by the time this video is going to be going up, but I want to apologize for people that maybe that's throwing off their rhythm. You know, we run a bunch of other channels. We have a singles channel, a Digimon channel, a TCG channel. We do a bunch of other stuff. And so because I have to make like 30 videos in like a week and a half before NAIC, I'm going to try and do these every other day. But that being said, I still want to keep the content quality really high. That's why I'm still trying to feature like off-meta mons like Ho-oh, Palkia, you know, in conjunction with these other like Landorus and Sinistcha. Like I'm not just using the standard like Kali Shadow, Zenta, you know, standard ladder stuff. So I'm trying my best to make it interesting. If you like this sort of content you want to see more, think about dropping a sub. And if you have any ideas for content you actually want to see me do while at NAIC, please let me know. I'm going to be bringing like a camera, bunch of stuff, making like a full tournament review, going to be going over some side events as well as just like the whole travel process going to regionals. If any of that sounds fun, please let me know in the comments below. And without further ado, let's get right onto these games. Wish me luck. Here we go. Alright, here we go, going up against Kyogre Jugulis. This looks like Gavin's team, maybe correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but let's try and guess some of these items. That looks like it's going to be Booster Energy on the Iron Jugulis. It looks like it's probably the leftovers, Leech Seed, Kali Eye. That Ursh could be Scarfed, Rilla could be Vested, and Sin could be Goggles or Rocky Helmet on this team, maybe AV, but I think the AV's on the Rilla like I was talking about. And then the Ogre is probably just Mystic Water, right? I don't think they're going to be a mix-up here and have like Scarf Ogre or like Specs Ogre or anything weird. That being said, they're probably going to be trying to leverage like a big Ogre in this situation. And I think one way we can deal with that is Palkia. I think Palkia is going to be very viable here. Something like Palkia Grimm looks good to me. Palkia Grimm with like maybe a little bit of like Ursh. And then, like, I think Sinistcha just for some healing on the Palkia, because Palkia should have a really good matchup into all of these mons if played correctly. We shouldn't really need Landorus, even though Landorus would be outspeeding that Kyogre by just a little bit. If they want to go hard TR, like, you know, screens plus, like, healing is kind of nice with, like, an Urshi Dark to be able to break. I think that's probably going to be in a good spot. So let's just go into this one. And I just want to say, I'm sure like a lot of you guys have noticed that I'm probably, I think by the time this video goes up, I'm going to be doing like every other day uploads. That's just because like there's so much content I have to get before NAIC comes out. And I don't want to just grab like the same like standard like Shadow Rider Zen Torrential. Like it seems like that's all that's doing well right now at regionals. And I feel like I want to try to enjoy myself at any I see. So I'm trying to prep like how to make content for, you know, while I'm at NEIC and the ideas and the people I have to collab with to do all that stuff, instead of just making videos. I'm sorry I've been doing every other day, but, you know, hopefully it's not too big of a problem. Let me know what you think about it, though. Is it like really, you know, messing with your style, or does it let you see like other videos on the channel that might get recommended? Let me know. So in Sin Kyogre, this Grimmsnarl set only has 12 points in speed, so I actually think that Sin's probably going to be faster than me if they did want to fake out. So that being said, what do I really need to do here? I'd like to be able to get up like a parting shot. I think what I'm going to do is actually just like Hydro Pump the Sin, just rip it. Like, what would they bring out? If I Hydro Pump the Sin, you bring out Kali-I, like, I don't care, I'll just Hydro Pump that too. Yeah, I vibe with that. So I'm going to try the fake out into the Ogre. Oh, yeah, worst case scenario, we're just trading fake outs. Cool. Fake out the Ogre, break the wrist, walk away out here. And then I'll be able to parting shot. Rillaboom on the Hydro Pump, not bad. Some healing, always nice. I want to see if the Ogre protects here. Let's see it. No protect Ogre, wow. And they are faster than my Palkia. And then I whiff a Hydro. Gaming. Yo, I'm so good at this game. Did anyone tell you that I'm like the best Pokemon player, actually? Believe it or not, technically I am. Okay. Leftovers Ogre. Wow, so it's already deviating, so it's probably going to be clear on Kali. That being said, Grimm is a bit pinned here. I could pivot in Sinnoh Cha, but like I feel like they're just going to fake out my Grimm. Wow, that really is obnoxious. I can go Grass Terror here then, I guess. And just soak that damage to the best of my ability. So we're not going to try and Parting Shot, we're just going to try and Spirit Break then, and then we're going to Parting Shot. Cool, I vibe with that. Grass Terror, we don't really need our Terra in this matchup at all. I think Grass Terror is a very, very good Terra on Grimm. Specifically for like the Kyogre matchup, it's good into like things like Amoonguss too. They're probably just fake out in the Grimm. And so we want to not lose that Mon, and then maybe even next turn we pivot out Palkia with like Sinnoh Cha, get a little bit of a heal up here, go for like a Spirit Break, bring out the Palkia, reset that fake out pin. Awesome. I'm super happy to see a fake out here. Yep. Calm Mind. Nuts. That's great. Cool. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot here. We have a high crit ratio moves in what is it, in Spatial Rend. They have these two, plus in Sin. Last Mon is probably Kali-I. Yeah, I vibe with that. I think that's good. It's good damage. Like, we're intimidated on the Grimm, but, like, I think we're in a good spot here. So you can weave in a Protect, but, like, you're still at neutral. You have +1 Spadef, but, like, I think we have the tools to, like, break it. We also have an Ursh in the back. Like, I think that's the big thing. They don't know we have Dark Ursh. So I wonder if I should be going after the Kyogre's partners in this situation. I think I'm going to Parting Shot the Kyogre, and I think I'm going to actually, like, I need to save these. I don't need to save them, but, like, I should. I'm going to Spatial Run there. I think I'm going to just Reflect this turn, because I don't need to do anything weird, and then next turn I can Parting. I vibe with that. Yeah, sounds good to me. I want to see if they pivot. Alright, they're staying in. I want to see if they go for a Woodhammer then into my Palkia. Calm Mind's fine. Yeah, we have the Parting Shots. We have the Cycling. I think we have all the tools to keep this Ogre pinned. I wonder if they're U-turning into my Grimm. That's another thing that's like actually pretty important. Spatial Run does hit, does connect. Decent damage, non-crit into Rilla. U-turn. Cool, that works. Shoutouts to Reflect. Is this going to be Kali-I? Is that a crit? No, that's just how much it does. Whoa, that's an aggressive Rilla. Yeah, I don't think Incin's the right play here. I think if you bring in Incin, I just pivot out Palkia for Sinnoh Cha, and then get my heal, soak a fake out, try and go for like a Parting Shot, reaving out the Palkia on the other side. Really, really vibe with that. Because right now Kyogre's only at +1, and the rain's actually about to go away. There's the Kali. That's what we wanted to see. Cool. That's absolutely amazing for me. Yeah, this should be fine. But it's like, it's going to be dicey. I have to weave in the Hydro Pump there. Like, we have to go Hydro Pump there. I think that's a requirement. I'm going to Parting Shot the Kyogre. I don't think they'd be protecting here. We haven't shown anything that Palkia does that really threatens Kyogre. And we've shown Spirit Break. So if you wanted to protect Kyogre to make sure Grimm goes down before I could, like, Thunder Wave, you could, but, like, I've already shown that I have Fake Out, so, like, you have to know I don't have Thunder Wave, right? And if you would like to Trick Room me, like, I am a Palkia with a Reflect up. So if you want to protect Kyogre or block that Parting Shot, that would suck. But I think there's a higher % chance you just protect with your Calyrex. and try and do something with the Ogre this turn, maybe like an Ice Beam, which is why I'm going for this play right here. Here's their Terra. What Terra are we seeing here? Is it Water Terra Kali-I? It's very standard if it is. Grass, cool. Works for me. Okay, so Ursh is going to have a harder time here than I'd like. Awesome. Parting Shot does go off. We don't need to go into Sinistcha yet. I think we have to go into Ursh, which I really don't like. But that being said, I think we have shots. Yeah, let's see it. Calm Mind, nice. So he's going to rip a Lance, right? I need to hit this Hydro Pump, actually. I know it's really... It doesn't seem that important. It's super important. Nice. Cool. Really important we hit that. There's the Lance. Awesome. No TR yet. So we can actually ignore the Kali-I in this situation and just nuke the Ogre, because I think Ogre's the mon that's getting a little bit out of hand, because like there shouldn't be any way that Kali-I can break our Ursh here, especially after this grassy terrain recovery. So I think like Wicked Blow... Actually, I'm going to close combat the Kyogre, I think. It's a little bit more damage. Give me a stat drop, though. Glacial Lance crit. Glacial Lance like high roll might get me from there. Go in there. But this could also crit. I think it is the right play to close combat the Kyogre. I do. Yeah. It's more damage than Wicked Blow is that people don't like always think. They always think Wicked Blow is just more damage. Yeah, if they pivot in Sin, I get a stat drop, which means that it's lower damage than that. But this can also crit. And there it is. There it is! Hey, that's what we're talking about here. We needed that. We needed that. Origin Pulse, they're faster than my... They miss on Ursh. Wow. That's so value. Hey, we had to do that. Just like that. Break the wrist, walk away. That's what we needed. We did not have enough damage with the Wicked Blow. Very good stuff. Being able to recognize that. Are you going to go for a Lance or a Trick Room? Maybe a Seed? Cool. This shouldn't KO my Ursh. Yeah, it was close, but it didn't. So you're going to bring in Rilla. I'm going to pivot in Sinistcha. And remember, we're not Pressure Palkia. I wish we were, bro. That's 2 Lances. That would have been 2 Lances. It would have been 4 Lances. Right, well, look at all this healing. It's so good. We could go for a double protect if we wanted to. You know, on Rilla. I don't hate that. And Sin. No Rilla. That's fair. That's smart too. Alright, I think I will just like pivot out the Ursh for yeah, I think that's fair. Just pivot out the Ursh for Sinistcha and start just ripping him. Cool. I hope this triggers a defensive play, maybe a fake out. Like you can Lance if you want to. You can hopefully not kill my Sinistcha. Yeah, let's see it. Hospitalities, big heal on that Palkia. Pivot out and Center for Rilla. Very, very good play from our opponent. They baited the Hydro Pump very well. I wonder if they're going for Trick Room here. Hydro Pump does hit though. Nice. It's good damage still. Yeah. Palkia's still in a good spot. Trick Room. Okay. This is weird because like I still think I have a lot of value in the Sinistcha slot. I can Trick Room it back. They're gonna fake out my Palkia. Do I protect here? What is the actual out here in this situation with me? I think what I actually do is just go for a protect, and I think I leave Storm your Calyrex. I know that looks really weird, but I think it's the right play. I don't think you KO my Sinistcha. I have a Reflect up, and you didn't get any boosts off that Cali. Yeah, Glacial Lance is fine. Like I said, I don't think it kills the Sinistcha. I just don't think it does. And then we get a fake out pin, and I'll be able to go fake out, flip the TR back. Yeah, not even close, bro. Leaf Storm D's. Woo! That's great damage, by the way. This is Grassy Terrain boosted. And I get another crit. We take those all the way to the bank, those. Okay, I come in with the Grim here, and I think I go fake out, flip the TR back, bring out Ursh, and win the game. If they're U-turning, they're actually super gamers. Good play. Great play from them, actually. Now, like I said, I think my I think that my... Oh, what is that? Grim underspeeds their Incin. So we can fake out their Palkia. Sorry, we can fake out their Calyrex. Let me try and think about what I need to do here to get back into this game. Fake out a hard swap Incin shot, get some healing. Then what? What's our Grandmaster plan there? You know, I could Strength Sap it Incin and Parting Shot back into my Palkia, but then like my reflex starting to go away. I still have 3 turns of it. Turns of Trick Room. Yeah, I think this is the right play. We keep their Cali honest and just go for the fake out. And I think they're a clear MO, right? So I can't go for any sort of strength sap shenanigans or anything like that. But what I can do is full heal my Palkia and then maybe wait out their Glacial Lances. They've used, I think, 3. Yep, we have a slower fake out than they do. Nice. Are you fake outing? Are you U-turning? Parting shotting? Wow, what a crazy play. Doesn't matter, they hit that guy. So in this case, what we want to do here... Ooh, actually they don't have the fake out pin. That's a good play. Yeah, all these fake out pins are actually getting me really, really bad. Because I was going to say my plan here was if they just went for like a fake out into the Palkia slot. My plan was to parting shot the Rillaboom. And then pivot out the Sinnoh Shot for Palkia and come back and get like a fat heal. Because right now this Lance is going to rain true into my whole body. But that being said, that's still the best play. You pivot in the Palkia. And we're going to try a Parting Shot play. They might just hard pivot out for Incin. Let's see it. There's Palkia, full heal. Nice. It worked. Did this U-turning again. Palkia's in its flying animation too, because Sinistcha was in like a flying animation. Alright. How are we gonna win this one? We gotta save the Ursh to like 1v1 that Cali, but he's getting so much like passive healing here. I hate it. Let's see. Rip the Lance. Yeah, I gotta deal with it. And they're going to U-turn, right? Yeah, it sucks we lost that. I wish I had Pressure Palkia. I think if we had Pressure Palkia, this game would have already been over. But we don't. Okay, so if I bring out Ursh here, I'm just theory crafting some ideas. If I bring out Ursh, I'm going to drop a double protect. I think that's the play. Yeah, I vibe with that. And then they'd have to like hard pivot out there Incin. And then we can double into the Cali and win the game. Because like I don't see a world where like real Incin beat Palkia. I mean, it does exist, right? But they have to hard pivot the Incin without Parting Shot here into Rilla, which is like a really good play. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that play. It's hard for them to see, but it's like they might just be Parting Shotting because they have the Trick Room up, and that's incorrect. They need to just hard swap in Rilla. And we can make reads on that too. We could like protect Ursh, Spatial Rend, crit that slot, and then like come back in and weave around. There's options on both sides. I would say right now they're in a slightly advantageous position. But it's not out. Yeah, they didn't swap. Cool. So I'm gonna be able to do something with my Ursh. That means I can run right into that Incin, get it off the board, and take out the fake out cycle. I can try and crit the Cali Eye with a close combat. I have a lot of options. Yeah, they just went right for keeping me honest here. They knew I was going to protect Ursh. They didn't need to fake out that slot. I like that play from them. It's another Lance down, too. I think that's their 5th Lance. So they might just be out. Maybe they didn't PP max, right? Holy moly, that'd be kind of cool. All right, what is the play here? Wicked Blow's not enough damage, I don't think. Let me run a calc here. All right. So we're just going to plug in Ursh against Cali Eye. So let's just see what it looks like right here. So Wicked Blow, let's just give them, they are Grass Terror, right? So you see Wicked Blow's 49, Close Combat's 39 against Neutral. That's weird. I thought that, oh, it's with Black Glasses, duh. Black Glasses is not on this set. All right, so yeah, 39. So 39, 46, they have a pretty high health bar. I think we close combat. I do. I think we close combat and spatial rend it. Gaming. Let's go. Crit. No. Spatial rend might be able to pick this up, though. It might. It really might. Come on, spatial rend. Let's roll. Let's go, Palkia. That's right. Value. And then we're probably going to be losing our Ursh this turn to like a knockoff or something weird. But at the same time, like, I think Grim Palkia have, like, some shots here. Like, we can take out the Incin. You're going to have to come back and give me Psychic Turret. Oh, he's Party Strike. He's not taking out the Ursh. Bro, that is so nice. Yeah, that means all we really need to do is just wait out Terrain then. Actually, wait, I'm out of Mons, huh? Yeah, actually, I'll lose, I think. Yeah, I'm out of... Sinistcha Shah got KO'd, and... Actually, I think I might have Grim. I was thinking about too much of those calcs. Yeah, I think I still have Grim. I think Grim still lives. Are they going to make a read? See, because, like, you're going to have a double fake out here. One really cool thing about this Ursh set, too, is, like, up until that last turn, you know, I protected on the last turn of their Trick Room. I think they thought that I was banded the whole time. And obviously I'm not. I'm sashed. I think we just pivot out the Ursh, and if we deal with the Rillaboom, we just come back in with Ursh unintimidated, and we just check the Incin in one hit. That's the idea. Easier said than done, right? But I think Palkia's in a good spot here. You can have some healing, leftovers. I almost could say I could trick him here. Yeah, we still have Grim. It's kind of healthy. What would be the problem with a Protect? I don't want to get Flare Blitzed. I'm going to double Protect, I think, and then soak damage with Palkia, pivot in Incin. Or pivot in Grim, give me a fake out pin. Yeah, I vibe with that. Don't act like I can't just Sucker Punch you either. Like, I definitely can. This is a long game, right? Holy moly, this is the first game. And it's funny, I don't know if I talked about this at the start, but like, I just picked six mons. These were just like in my boxes random. I'm like, dude, that's a good team. He's not fake outing at all. Wow. And he's making a Flare Blitz read on the Ursh slot, right? Knockoff. The same idea. Oh, nuke Palkia, bro. Ignore Ursh, nuke Palkia. Wow. Okay. I could pivot out Grim then. If you're just going to run that down mid, I can just pivot out. Like, I can just pivot out Palkia for Grim right now. But I'm not going to. I don't think... I think... Oh, not Trick Room, holy moly. I think I just Spatial Run the Rilla. I know that looks really weird. But, like, I think that's the play. Let's see if they make the right reads. This is going to get my Ursh unintimidated, unstat drop from the close combat. And then I might be able to eat, like, a Grassy Glide or something with a Reflect up. That's the idea. And let's see how this one goes. If you want to nuke the Grim on the bring-in, I get to re-bring out my Ursh ready to go. And you can't nuke the Palkia and nuke the Grimmsnarl slot. So I really think there's shots here. That being said, this person's playing it really well. I think they're almost going to time here. That's ridiculous. I think we win on time if we have 3 mons, but we're not going to have 3 mons after this turn, most likely. Good news is Fake Out's going to be really good here. Yeah, no crit, never lucky. Let's see if they make the read and go for the Flare Blitz. Would hammer that slot. Oh, they respect Ursh. Oh, is that a crit? No, that's just how much that does. Knock off Palkia. All right, so I have 3 mons here. That's actually really important. I have 3 mons. Can I make this go actually to time? Or would I like lose a mon in like the last possible second and like lose the game? Because I can fake out the Incin with my Grim and Spatial Run crit the Rilla, and that would give me the win. I can also fake out the Rilla and Spatial Run the Rilla, and I think that is a 1-for-1 trade, which wins me the game. So I'm going to make that play. I just have to hit the Spatial Rend. Palkia is, I think, currently at -1, right? How crazy is it that we're using Palkia too? That's so ridiculous. 56 seconds until the match ends. I think we win here, but like, we have to hit this. 10 seconds. Let's see what happens. Fake out here. Just gotta hit the Spatial Run. Let me get that Spatial Run hit. Come on, let me get that Spatial Run hit. They tried to use Grassy Glide. Spatial Run hits. That's game. Woo! And even if we didn't have time, even without time, we still win because we just one-shot their Incin with a close combat from Ursh. Nice. Nice. Wins up. That's ridiculous, bro. Bro, we got 3 mons. You didn't even do anything here. Oh, that is so good. And we take those wins all the way to the bank using just the good mons out here. Holy moly. And that's going to be game. What would we even want to do here? How many turns have we got on Reflect? I'll just put for the Reflect. It's fine. Cool. So we win right here. GG's. Pretty good first game. And we take those wins all the way to the bank. Nice. They tried to play a really, really like crazy team, but we knew exactly when to put pressure, like leaning into those crits with like close combat, leaning into like crits with, you know, spatial rend. Like it sounds terrible, but like knowing that you don't just wicked blow everything with Ursh is like really important. Knowing that close combat is more damage in a lot of situations, and that it also can crit to get you out of bad holes like we were in against that Calm Mind Ogre. Like it's exactly what we needed to do to win that game. So pretty good first game, and let's go in another one and see if we can keep the win streak live. Maybe use a little bit of Ho-Oh in this next one. All right, Ice Rider Miraidon. That seems like a relic of the past at this point. That's so crazy. I think Landorus is really, really good into this matchup. It's not too great into the Cali, but I think a lot of Calis are running leftovers with Leech Seed by now. That being said, trying to get some of these items, I think that's going to be Covert Cloak Whims. I think that's probably going to be a Rock Helmet Incin. You don't really need safety goggles because you're pairing it with Miraidon. Miraidon's probably Specs, Light Clay Grim. That looks like Scarf Ursh, but Sash or Mystic Water Ursh is very viable. And then, like I said, I think it could be Clear Amulet Cali still. I mean, we can check by leading Landorus. But that being said, I do think that, like, Grim is just a much safer lead into this. The issue that I'm looking at here is, like, what do I really want to do against Miraidon? I think I'm going to lead these two. And then if you do happen to get the Trick Room up on me, it'd be nice to have Sinistcha, but I don't think they're going to let me get away with what I want to get away with. I'm going to bring these. Maybe I can flip the Trick Room back. I think Landorus would be really nice to use here if they were going full, like, aggression mode. But I don't think that they are, right? So I think that this is probably my safest bet. Grim Ho-Oh seemed really, really solid here. I have the Covert Cloak Ho-Oh in case they want to lead in Sin. So I can guarantee get up a Tailwind if their plan is to, like, lead Miraidon in Sin. Or if they want to go, like, you can be in Sin Cali I. They can't fake out. I can just stick the Sacred Fire right off the rip. So pretty good stuff. I think we got shots here. It's like I was talking about, though. Like, this team, I just picked 6 random mons. They just happened to be in my box. I was looking at boxes, and, like, these 6 were, like, ready to go. And I was like, that team cooks. Let's go. So, Grim Cali I versus Ho-Oh. Grim. It's a unique flavor. I wonder if they're gonna go Fire Terror. Oh, I got the low battery on the controller. I don't know if you guys didn't see it, but I do. I'm gonna fake out the Grim here, and I'm just gonna stick the Sacred Fire. I want to see if they're going like Protect, Reflect, Thunder Wave, whatever, what have you. I think this is a fine play. They don't really. A lot of people don't expect to fake out Grim, and I think that's fine. And if you want to protect the Cali, that's fine. If you want to go Fire Terror, that's fine. I don't think we lose that much. Another situation where I wish I had pressure, right? Holy moly, that'd be kind of nice here. So turn 1, ripping the Terra. I think they're Fire Terra. I really do. And then we have the Earthquake if we need it. So it's not terrible for us. Yeah, never lucky. Sucks. They're not getting a screen. I'm going to get my controller to charge. Let me know if I die. Fake out rips. Yep. Sacred Fire hits. Not gonna do anything. I want to see if they're Trick Rooming or Lancing. Like, I actually don't really care. Yeah. If they Trick Room, I was gonna say. Ooh, that's big damage into my Grim. I don't like that. Okay. So we can't Parting Shot either of these, I don't think. They didn't show lefties, so we can't Parting Shot. So we can just stick a Reflect, take the L, and I'll just Earthquake them. Yeah, we have Ursh in the back, so like we're in a good spot. You could Thunder Wave, I don't really care. I don't need to go Ground Terror yet, right? That'd be a little bit too much of an L. Reflect, lose the Grim, bring in the Ursh. We should be good to go. That should be enough to close it out. I kind of want to Sacred Fire that Grim, but I need the damage on their Cali here. I need to get the damage in before Ursh comes in because I need to be able to stick the Wicked Blow or Close Combat in for about 60% to win the game. So I need to get them to about that 60% area. Cool. I'm happy to see no Protect. You Thunder Wave, that's weird. You should just be Reflecting. Awesome. That's exactly what we want to see. So since they reflected, we probably will go Close Combat with Ursh. I still need to do some good damage here, though, with Earthquake. And I'd like to kill my own Grim. Damn, critting my own Grim would have been almost nice there. Trailblaze. That is an adaptation. Huh. You don't see that one very frequently. Why are they Trailblaze? You can just come with Palkia and Hydro Pump it. What are you going to do if I do that? Weird. I'm going to Tailwind and just Hydro. Yeah, I think I need this. Like, I wanted to go Ursh, but I don't think that's the play anymore. You're going to screen. I'm going to Tailwind, which will lead to a Recover. That is really bad. This Lance is going to chunk. Let's see. You can go for a Thunder Wave. You can go for a Light Screen. I'm trying to force more options here. I wanted to go with this Palkia over the Ursh because I didn't want to, like, let them Thunder Wave for free. They might even have, like, Parting Shot. This is not looking good for our hero. But that being said, we should be able to check the Miraidon just because we have Ground Terror Ho-oh. So if we don't lose our Ho-oh, I think we just win the game. I'm super happy to see that thing pivot out. That was a beast of a monstrosity that I did not want to deal with here. And Ho-oh can check it when we want to bring it back in. Like, they're going to force our Terra, but, like, I think that, like, both of our Mons, our Ursh and our Palkia, do a good job of checking. White Screen's fine. So, free Tailwind for your boy. And nice, the Hydro hit's really good. It's free Hydro. We take those. Free Tailwind. Yeah, we take these all the way to the bank. Let's start cooking. You want a Draco? Go nuts. Yep, we got Telepathy Palkia, like, we got EQ. We're going to flip on that Ground Terra, not die here. They're going to bring back out the Cali. We double into it with, like, Earthquake Hydro. They've already Terra'd. Like, we should have everything we need to win this one. And if they want to pull the trigger and go for a Draco into that Palkia, that is spicy. I had Fairy Terra, too. I could have clicked it. I could have protected the Palkia. I could have protected with Palkia and clicked Recover if I wanted to scout, but like at the same time, you just click the... You're probably thinking you just hit the Ho-oh with the Electro Drift, and then you can just hit Palkia with Electro Drift. That's probably what I'm thinking. Let's see what they want to do here. They might just think that... Yeah, let's see. Let's see. I'm obviously cooking my Terra. I'm going to be avoiding Thunder Wave. I really like that. I think we have a good line into the rest of their team by just having this money. Even if we lose the Palkia, we're going to seriously soften up the Miraidon, and then we're going to be able to bring out Ursh and just close up the rest of their team. That's the idea, right? Spatial Rend hits. Yeah, nice. Value. Big value. Big value here. Miraidon goes down for free. Didn't need to do this didn't need to go Ground Terror then. Nice. What is Grim doing? Are you Spirit Breaking me? Foul Play maybe? Let's see. I don't particularly carry the way. Spirit Break Palkia, that's fine. Yep, that's A-okay. So Glacial Lance is gonna suck. What if he's like? What if he thought that was a weakness policy for like 1 second? That'd be kind of nuts. Weakness policy Palkia seems like it cooks. There's not enough freeze dry users in this format, and all the ones that are like Iron Bundle are really strong. So Cali can come back out here. I don't think that's a problem, but I do think our double up into it will KO, even with the -1. I do think that we still get the KO here. So -1, neutral, bunch of turns on these screens. Yeah, they have dual screens up. I think we still get the KO though. I do still think this is a KO for us. So we're on a Hydro. Yeah, just Earthquake. Seems good. You can go for Thunder Wave. You can protect Cali and use a second Spirit Break. I think that's fine. Hydro Pump just does too much. Yep. And you have to soak this Earthquake on your Grim when you do that too. So like you're opening yourself up to getting crit. And as long as we don't lose both of our Mons, we just come in with Ursh, and Ursh just pins Cali super hard. The fact that they showed Trailblaze actually is like what's letting us do this. There's Thunder Wave and the Palkia. That's a really good play. I think Palkia still would be outspeeding Cali, but like let's find out. Alright, Ho-oh's gonna be faster this turn. Telepathy lets us avoid. Survey says Dumpy. Alright, Palkia. Come on. Let's go! Hydro Pump busted. I'm at -1. Oh, that's a... He's AV. He's AV. Okay. I didn't think he'd be AV. I didn't respect his ability to be AV. So that's why I didn't protect, right? Okay. So AV there. That's fine, though. Like, we just win with Ursh. Grim's gonna probably try and go for... Grim's gonna go for a Spirit Break into my Ursh. I wonder how much I really care about that. because we have Sash too. I wonder what their last mon is. Miraidon's gone. Close combat probably KOs from here. Last mon's probably in Sin. Oh, it could be their Ursh. Ooh, that'd be problematic. I think we actually just have to Hydro Pump there. And I think you just actually close combat here. Just try our best to get off the board. We won't KO with Wicked Blow. And you're going to Spirit Break me. We know that you're going to Spirit Break me. So let's just try it. Damn, never lucky. I have my Sash up, but at the same time, we still have to also not get paralyzed. And that's game we just lost. Oh my gosh. That's so frustrating. Yeah. GG's. We played a really good game. Our opponent had the AV Cali, which, like, honestly, I don't think that it was pretty obvious from the team preview. But that being said, you see these little mix-ups on ladder where people take a very, very standard team, they put a small spin on it, and, you know, we lost to RNG in this one. So, you know, that also could have been a low roll on the close combat as well. Like, imagine a world where we KO your Grim, KO your Cali, and then, like, I don't care if you have, like, Scarf Ursh or Instant in the back. Like, we still would just win that. But that being said, you know, not that much we can really do about it. Tailwind Peter's out, and that's going to be game. So, GG's. Let's see if we can do anything here. I think the Cali outspeeds us with Tailwind gone. Grim outspeeds us, yeah. Yeah, really unlucky game, I think. But the one Thunder Wave, you know, he waited so long to do it. But I think we played pretty well. Maybe I should have been able to scout the Trailblaze and AV set a little bit earlier and just doubled that slot. I think I did double it though. Like, but I could have like played a little bit more protective. I could have maybe even pivoted in Ursh, soaked the Lance there, and went for something like a Sacred Fire on the Grim that turn, and then Ursh just 1v1s that Cali, and then that lets my Palkia still be full health, not -1, not Thunderwave to 1v1 their last mon. That might have been my best shot, but yeah, we tried our best, and just wasn't enough this time. Man, is that Gastrodon Rayquaza? Ugh, that also Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle's a little bit of a problem. That being said, I really like Grim here. Grim has like the Fake Out tech. I think we have a lot of good stuff going on with Grim here. What's the mon that we want to pair with Grim? I don't actually hate, like, Grim Ursh. I know that sounds, like, way too aggressive, but I really kind of like it. You just speed the game up really, really quick. I think, though, that Grim Ho-oh is viable. Or we go Fake Out Tailwind into, like, maybe we Ground Terror that turn? Parting? I vibe with those. I see where the lines are going. I think you do need to bring the Ursh in this matchup. And I really kind of like Lando here. All their mons take massive damage from Lando other than Ray. And like Ray kind of just wants to fight Palkia. Let's bring the Lando over the Palkia. Let's try that. Yeah, I think Lando could be really, really good in this matchup. If you get the bundle off the board, Lando actually like cleans this up. I don't think they're bringing Gastro this matchup. I really don't think they're going to bring Gastro here. But yeah, I think Lando has a lot of the tools to win this one. We have the massive Earthquake. Rock Slide's good into a lot of those mons. I wonder if they're going to be going Ray, because like we don't have the weather, right? There's no real reason for them to utilize Rayquaza here. I think I need to be respectful of like a weird AV Ray or like maybe a Meteor Beam Ray or something like that. But that being said, I think we have the tools to win this one. Ho-oh is like really, really bulky. We have the Earthquakes here, We have the pivots. Like, I'm feeling this one. I think this is going to be pretty good. I might have to utilize my Regenerator ability, though, just a little bit on this Ho-oh. I think Ho-oh is going to be the most important mon in this matchup. I feel like if they had a Cali Eye on that team over the Ray, we'd be in a really bad spot. We definitely wouldn't bring Lando there, but Miraidon and Bundle are a good lead for us, I think. Because they're not going to be respectful of Fake Out. So, like, I'm going to be able to go with, like, Fake Out Bundle, Ground Terra, EQ, just rip it. And then, like, next turn, Parting Shot the Miraidon, bring in the Lando. If I want to do something like that, I can even go with like a, you know, that's fine. I'm gonna Fake Out here. Fake Out here. I can Tailwind here. Is that good? Is that really what I want though? I think I don't mind Earthquaking the heck out of my Grim. I don't really mind. That's fine. Because I would go Ground Terra. What, like Ground Terra Tailwind? That's really weak. Like, I don't particularly like that. I do not mind hitting this Grim. We're going to break the bundle Sash either way, unless it protects. Like, why would you protect? And then I also don't want to get caught in like a weird Encore loop either from the bundle, because he is still faster. And they're probably thinking we're going, if anything, after the Miraidon, which we are. But, you know, we're going to see how this one plays out, because I'm probably going to Parting Shot the bundle next turn, because that just keeps the bundle away from like going for massive Freeze Dry, because I think the Miraidon's going to lock into an Electric Attack. Icy Wind us next turn or just Freeze Dry. Let's see it. Grim Ho-oh. Here to save the day. No protect. Yes. Value. Value. Sash broken. Break the wrist. Walk away. Big flinch. Volt switch. Nope. Oh, he hits the Grim. It's a good play. I wonder what the play there was. Maybe Icy Wind? That's not a good play. That's crazy, bro. Rayquaza. He actually did bring the Ray, so I'm just gonna KO my own Grim. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You know, that's what we like to see these. Damn, that sucks. Okay. Great play. I really thought they were going to Volt Switch or Electro Drift into the Ho-oh. I really, really did. Unfort. It'd be cool to crit this bundle, but it doesn't even KO. Yeah, there's no way that we get that one. I think our best play here would be something like Urshier, though. I think Urshier is still fine. And we still have the Landorus to be able to come in and check the Miraidon. Like, we still have outs. I think we have to Sucker Punch this bundle, but I don't think that KOs. I don't think that it does. I might have to crit it. I'm gonna tailwind this. See if the sucker hits. And then the idea would be Ursh would be able to outspeed the bundle if they go for like a passive play. I don't think I lose both my mons this turn. I think I might lose Ursh. But then like Lando with Tailwind would just be able to come in and like Rock Slide, pin the bundle, pin the Ray. Ho-oh has the EQs for the Miraidon. Like, we have a lot of shots in that situation. Cool. Yeah, let's see it. They have to be respectful of this Ursh. I could protect. That's a great play. That's such a hard play to see. Because now you're going to be able to clock my Ursh Sash and then pin with the E-Speed, right? Good play. I really like that for you. That's very, very nice. Yeah, I could have just Wicked Blow Grow. I could have protected. I could have done so many different things. I was keeping you off my Ho-oh. That being said, I don't think I've lost yet. I'm going to have to rip a Sacred Fire if I even outspeed. We're going to have to detect here. Let's go. Now let's see it. I don't think we outspeed this, though. Do not think. They don't know that, though. They have no idea. Let's see if they even have E-Speed. If they don't, this is a good play for us. Like I said, Lando is still really good into this matchup. Worst case scenario will be like Freeze Ride. You know, the worst case scenario is Encore, I think. Let's see it. Things are not looking good for our hero. These Miraidon teams, man. Miraidon, like, where's the Miraidons on the high ladder? Like, where are they? Where'd they go? What happened to Miraidon? Icy Wind? E-Speed. Block? Yes. Value. Encore? Icy Wind. Yes. Perfect. Thank you. Go for Cloak D's, though. Yeah. It's really nice. And I like the Icy Wind play there because, like, it covers up for the Lando pivot if I had it. But I don't. I still think I can win. I think Ho-oh beats Ray. I know that sounds like really weird, but especially if I get a burn. I don't think like Miraidon's like threatening enough. And I still have Lando in the back. So I think we're in a good spot. We definitely force the Ray to E-Speed us this turn. I think we target... Do we target Miraidon? Thinking about it. I'm wondering if we double target the Miraidon. I could also just double into the Ray, like Sacred Fire plus E-Speed. Or sorry, Sacred Fire plus Wicked Blow. That might not be a bad play. And then we just soak a Draco on the Miraidon and like we don't really care about it because we have Lando in the back. That's also a viable option. Let's see, they also have one other Mon they haven't shown yet, but I think you had to bring Miraidon out here, right? Maybe you wouldn't though because we have a Tailwind up. Iron Treads, cool, that's fine. We outspeed this. I'm gonna EQ these, bro. Do I need to EQ this? I could just Sacred Fire it. I think I actually just Sacred Fire the Ray and just close the whole game out with Miraidon. Or with, yeah, I really like that. Super vibe with that. Yeah, that's fair. Are you going to make a read? I want to see if they're like pivoting out Ray for Miraidon. That'd be another kind of weird play. They should just take the Ursh shot. I'm giving you this Ursh. This is your Ursh. Use it when you need it. They're thinking our last month's Palkia, by the way. Terra, not bad, not bad. Are they going normal? They already Dragon Descended once, so... Oh, they're going to Terra there. Cool. Maybe not flying. Awesome. Ground is okay. I'm okay with that, because we have Lando. It's not great, but like we'll deal with it, you know. They didn't go for the E-speed, bro. They went for like a setup move. We take those all the way to the bank. Those, yeah, bro. You could just have it. EQ's fine here. The fact that you outspeed my Ho-oh and Tailwind is absolutely nutty, by the way. Oof, big damage. All right, just gotta get this burn. Burn, baby, burn. Please burn this iron treads. Please burn this iron treads. Come on, burn it. Never lucky. Okay. I mean, is it weird that I still feel like I can win? Lando's like that good. Lando is that boy. He is. I'm gonna just double EQ. Someone's taking the L. I actually think that keeps me out of range of the treads KO, honestly. How many turns are there on terrain? 1? Yeah, we're cooking. Maybe it's a right idea to Rock Slide, because Lando does outspeed treads. Rock Slide EQ would just win the game. If I flinched. But then I lock in a Rock Slide versus Miraidon, which is bad. I think they're Dracoing the Lando. And I think they're going for... Oh, chat, what do we do here? This is a hard one. What would you guys do? Please leave a comment letting me know. Would you Rock Slide and try and flinch the treads? Flinch the Miraidon and Earthquake? I think Rock Slide actually is the play. I think it's Rock Slide. Let's go gaming. And we just missed a Rock Slide. And we missed on the thing we need to hit. Yes! Oh, we're so good at Pokemon, chat. Did you guys know that we were really good at Pokemon? They hit the wrong target. Yo, we're cooking. Okay. And they take Life Orb Tick, and then the Earthquake reigns true. Man, if we Earthquake there, we would have won the game. We wouldn't have KO'd our Ho-oh unless we crit, by the way. That's probably game if they hit the right target. Oh, we got the flinch of the Miraidon. We win! Oh! Okay. Yo, we're cooking. We are cooking. Let's freaking go. Oh, dude, Landorus is such a good Pokemon. All right, the right play here is just EQ again. Someone's gonna win. Oh my gosh, that feels so good. We missed one Rock Slide. We got the other one, and we take those wins all the way to the bank. Yo, shoutouts to Landorus. I don't know why people don't use more like Landorus Therian. Mon's still super cracked. Intimidate's good. Good speed tier. Like, this Mon's like really slept on. I think a lot of people like the Landorus Eye, but man, Landorus Therian just feels really good. It feels good to use like Landorus Ho-oh. I feel like they just go together so well. And yeah, like I talked about at the start of this video, like this team was just 6 Mons. Like they were just in my box. They weren't like made to be a team. And I was just looking at it. And I was like, why does this slap? Like it's Tail Room. It's like Grim Fake Out. Like we have so many different modes of play with this team, and I think that it's just like a really fun way to play like a sort of reactive style with things like, you know, the Ho-oh with like the Cloak and the Regenerator. Oh, it's supposed to be a Regenerator here. And like the Palkia with like telepathy, all the different EQ users, and then like the Urshi Dark. A lot of people probably think this is going to be an Urshi Water on this team, so it just makes the team a lot of fun to play. This team's rental and Pokebase are both me up on Patreon, but you guys can see all the stats right here if you guys wanted to use this in your own games. All these stats are really good at mitigating damage while I'm play for bumps and get the right speed tiers. And yeah, I think we used every little bit of fun stuff in this team, guys. I want to apologize once again for just doing uploads every other day, but I need to, you know, finish up my team for NAIC. I need to get all the videos and other stuff ready for NAIC. You know, I have all the other channels going. So sorry again for just making a little bit less VGC content, but we're gonna make up for it in doing more streams on Twitch TV slash THATSAplusONE leading up to NAIC. So if you guys want to hang with us live, you know, play some games, maybe like grind for some like in-game items. I think I'm gonna need a bunch of mochis to level up my NAIC team as well. Think about checking that out, link in the description. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. I'll see you guys next time.